Agent Romanoff. You miss me?
Oh yeah, Charles, we got ourselves an X-Men fan.
Captain.
Your Highness.
Captain, big fan, Spider-Man. Hey everyone.
Hey guys, and welcome to Film Artsy, your #1 source for all things films and movies. My name is Elijah, and over the years, a lot of fans have really come to know and love Tom Holland for the performance he does as Peter Parker in Spider-Man and, of course, the larger scale of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And of course, it's led to some really hilarious moments over the years, as well as just in general, Tom Holland has a really awkward demeanor that can be really funny, but also lead to some pretty weird encounters that definitely keep fans entertained whenever they're just watching these hilarious situations Tom Holland finds himself into. Whether it be things like his chair breaking while on stage,
And we had shot the medium, or I think I shot the close-ups, and I was going to go back to the medium close-up.
or other things like Tom Holland dropping someone's phone while trying to take a picture with them at a fan meetup. We all know that there's been some really hilarious moments along the way, and we wanted to look at some of the best ones. But before we jump fully into it, make sure you guys are subscribed with notifications on here so you guys don't miss any videos just like this that we upload. Seriously, we have some really cool stuff coming out soon. So yeah, of course, we're going to have to talk about some of the best ones. Like we said, Tom Holland's chair breaking on stage, which, by the way, he owned it pretty well. I mean, he just sits on the floor for a second, and then someone comes up and gives him a new chair. And then the time he was trying to take a selfie with the fan and then drop their phone. You know, he was pretty graceful in it nonetheless. Tie that together with the fact that Tom Holland is just known for having this kind of goofy demeanor across the board, where even the Marvel Cinematic Universe has used him to either really spoil things on accident or intentionally spoil things as a promotional method. It's been funny to see how he handles stuff whenever he's spoiling things along the way. We know some of the biggest examples right here.
I'm having a great time meeting everyone. It's going really well. I wanted to apologize because there's no real revelations coming out this weekend about Spider-Man 2. I don't know much about it. I'm a little confused because I died, so I don't really know how it all comes into play. But I do know is I got the new script. I'm super excited to read it, and it's going to be great. So yeah, Spider-Man 2, let's do this. Okay. Whoa. Yo. That's dope. So I guess this is the new Avengers Infinity War, May 4th. That is so cool. Let's see what else he put in there. Hi Tom, I'm so excited to be working with you on Infinity War. I thought you'd like to be the first to see the poster for the movie. Enjoy, Mark Ruffalo. No.
We can even tie that together with the fact that there's just some funny situations he finds himself into. Like when he is filming for Spider-Man and he's in the full-on Spider-Man suit, the only way he can drink water is by having a straw run through his eye, which is just a really awkward way to drink water nonetheless.
There's the most amazing footage of you, and it's Spider-Man taking a drink on set.
Yeah, it's an interesting contraption to say the least. What I can do is I can take my left eye out, and there's a little like thing that I pull out, and then I put a squeezy tube down into my mouth, and then I can drink from a bottle. What I found out is if I push the mask forward, I can now squeeze like gum and stuff.
Oh, good!
Down the eye hole.
A snack!
And then like this.
We also had this really weird story that he told on the Graham Norton show, where he talked about the first time he ever met Madonna, which led to some very interesting situations to say the least. Essentially, one of his friends in the industry who was a manager wanted to introduce him to Madonna, and he just didn't know how to interact.
Drags me across this nightclub and introduces me to Madonna. Now, the whole way on the way over there, I'm going, what do I say? Hello, I had no idea what to say. So I get up there and I go, hello. That's all I come up with. She's like, hi, Madonna, how you doing? I'm good, thank you, I'm well. And Jason can see me panicking and goes, Madonna, Tom is an incredible dancer.
Yeah, some pretty funny stuff there, but then he goes further and has to actually live up to what his friend was hyping up, that Tom Holland was a good dancer and had to go out there and dance with Madonna. Seriously, it can't get worse than that, right? Well, actually, it does get worse, but before we get to the worst part of this entire story, we do have to give Tom Holland credit that he is actually a decent dancer. He's done a lot of choreographed dances in plays and TV appearances. I mean, he even did this dancing sequence with some friends, and it's actually pretty well choreographed. But yeah, back to the Madonna story. It is really interesting the way he ended up handling it, just straight up ditching Madonna on the dance floor. Oh.
So I take her hand, I sort of drag her into the dance floor, and as soon as I took her, I realised that this was a mistake. It was a big mistake. Now, I used to be Billy Elliot, and I used to do a lot of dancing, but that was all choreographed, you know? I didn't wing it. I didn't just go on stage and do a different show every night. So I start dancing with her, and there's not much arms involved. I'm just sort of doing a little two-step to try and, like, warm myself up, and she's so unimpressed.
But the awkwardness and weirdness behind Tom Holland only gets better from here on out. We recently, in promotion for the new animated movie that he was in, saw him and Will Smith do an escape room together, and Tom Holland getting lost in an escape room is pretty hilarious.
Well, what is it in your room? What's going on in there?
There's a bench, but he said you don't need to climb on anything. I don't know if
I've got all these buttons here. Do you... Oh, there's string.
Yeah, I see something for us.
Oh, there's another room here.
But I think the thing I'm throwing it at is not... Okay, I think I got one too.
Oh, I feel like James Bond, man. This is sick. Oh!
We know that during shooting for some of the Spider-Man movies, he actually at one point had an injury, and the way he got this injury is pretty in line to the standard of what you could expect from Tom Holland.
There was one injury, but it didn't happen on set. I was carrying my suitcase down the stairs when we'd finished filming, and I fell and, like, tweaked my ACL a little bit. But
you finished filming,
yeah.
You've got your suitcase packed up, ready to go home, and that's...
We were actually traveling to New York for this last part of shooting, but New York was very relaxed and we didn't have much to do. And I was just, you know when you like, sort of like, go down the stairs? I did that and tweaked my leg.
We also can remember back to the times where we saw Tom Holland have to interact with a tarantula for a video that he was doing, and he was actually pretty intimidated by it, but he handled it pretty well. But, you know, the typical Tom Holland fashion.
Oh my God. Don't bring it out.
Wait, I thought it was supposed to be the box.
It goes in the table.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this dude just picked it up straight away.
He's a professor, he's professional, so he guarantees doesn't jump and everything.
Oh
okay, he's moving!
Oh my God.
Okay, he's moving. Okay, the first question, please.
We've gotten to see some really interesting clips too, like Tom Holland trying different snacks from different countries, which has led to some pretty funny moments as well.
Okay, here we go. Oh, okay, here we go. Is this licorice? Is that what you call this? Is this the English one? No, that's fucking... Sorry, that's disgusting. I'm gonna put it in here. That is disgusting. I can swear, can I? That's fucking disgusting. Oh, I used to love toxic waste. Do you ever have so many toxic waste that you can't eat anything for about 3 days afterwards? You've burnt your mouth off.
And one of our favorite stories that we've seen Tom Holland share was when he first was getting the role for Spider-Man and what it was like to finally meet Robert Downey Jr. for the very first time. And honestly, the interaction can only go exactly as maybe how you would expect it. Here's the clip from that.
And I see Robert Downey Jr. I go up to him, I shake his hand, nice to meet you, and I'm starting to panic, right? I'm like, oh my God, it's Robert Downey Jr. And I'm looking at him in the face, sort of going, there's something different about you in person. Do they do something to your face on camera? Like, you don't look the same. And then Robert then walked in. And I realized I've been talking to his stunt double the whole time. So I got my, like, nervous, jittery stuff out of the way with Glenn and then met Robert afterwards.
Oh my God.
But it doesn't stop there. Going back to the earlier days of Tom Holland joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe, apparently there were some really awkward situations that also came about, such as Tom Holland's audition that had some interesting moments to say the least in there as well.
So I said to the directors, I was like, guys, do you want me to do a flip? And they were like, can you do a flip? And I had been sending them videos of me doing flips for months, trying to get this job. And I was like, have you not been watching anything I've been sending you? I was like, I'll do a flip, watch. So I did the flip, and then they were like, so what else can you do? And I just spent 20 minutes doing as many somersaults as possible. And then 6 weeks later, I found out.
You could even tie that together with a lot of the awkward situations that Tom Holland has found himself throughout interviews, whether it be with other co-stars or just things to promote movies and shows. And there's just been some really weird moments that were just so hilarious to see over the years, and there's really no surprise why Tom Holland actually has such a great fan base that follows him, because nonetheless, he's, while awkward, also pretty charismatic at the same time. It really leads to a lot of funny moments, but we really love to see these hilarious interview moments. But anyways, guys, are you a fan of Tom Holland? Do you like the way he's presented whenever he does these press things, or do you wish sometimes he would be more serious when he's involved in promoting different things like movies? Let us know what you think in the comments down below, and what's your favorite Tom Holland moment. Make sure you guys also are following us on Instagram. There's a link in the description down below. We're posting some really great content on there. If you like what we do here, here's an example of the type of stuff we post over on Instagram, so make sure you guys drop us a follow. And otherwise, just make sure you guys are subscribed to Film Artsy for more daily content just like this. We'll see you guys all next time with a brand new video. Bye, guys.
I'm about to.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. How you doing? Hi. See you guys.